What's happening, everybody? Eric from Beyond the RC Grid. Took a couple weeks off doing some Christmas shopping. Busy time of year. I was going to shoot my review of a wrap that I purchased from Whipple'S Kustom Wraps. They're out of Ohio, somewhat local to us, and I didn't want to run my Chase Elliott car with all the other number 9 Chase Elliott Napa cars out there, so I thought I should do something. So I picked this up on sale. I believe they're on sale until Christmas Eve, if you want to check them out. Believe it was 20% off. You'll have to check his website or Facebook. Got it within a couple days. Sat here for a couple weeks. And this morning I decided to put it together. So I thought I would share my thoughts about it. Touch on a few things I do different, a few things I would add if I was the manufacturer, and then I'll give you a score and tell you what I think about this wrap. So let's get started. I won't waste a ton of time. I've got some video of this probably edit in, but this is it. It turned out really nice. Took me, you're going to laugh, it took me an hour and a half, but I'm sitting at the desk, I'm watching YouTube, I'm doing some other things while I'm doing this, so you can probably do it in an hour. For those of you that know me, I like to throw my cars on the track and figure it out. I did that with this wrap. I know Chris has a video. I'm certain he does. I thought I've seen it on throwing these wraps up, or it was one similar of these NASCAR wraps. I didn't watch it. I've seen the beginning of it. I wanted to see how I could come out with this and see if I could come out on top. Right out of the gate, first thing is there's no instructions. So you don't know what section to start with. You know, you've got a hood piece, a roof piece, a trunk piece, 2 side panels, couple front nose pieces, a rear end, and then there's a few little things I left off. I didn't put the tail lights on. Nobody cares about that. And I didn't want to cover the branding or the sponsors up in the back. So I didn't know where to start. So in my head, I'm like, I'll start with the roof and work my way down. It turned out good. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I don't know if you can see this in here. On the roof, there's a couple tabs which are from the side window stickers. I like how they wrap over right there with those tabs. I don't know if those are supposed to go on top of the roof section or underneath of it. I don't know. If anybody has any opinions on it, let me know what you did. The other big thing that I would do is on the original Napa car, there's a couple stickers down low along the bottom rail of the body. And if you have to pull this at all and reset it when you're lining it up, it pulls those stickers off. I didn't try and mess with it. Once it pulled it off, I left it on the back side of this wrap. So it's underneath there. I would absolutely pull them stickers off, just the bottom 2 on each side, before you put this wrap on. That's my opinion. That's how I would do the next one. There's a few spots that it didn't cover 100%. You can kind of see the blue in here. There was some down here by the windows, some up front, and some on this window. And all I did was took a black Sharpie and zipped it along there and cleaned that up so you can't see as much blue. I'm going to do that back here. I just didn't do it because I wanted to show you that there is... It's not 100% coverage on your body. And if it is, I couldn't get it lined up to do it. So I think it's cut right. I think everything was great with the wrap. I just think that there's some play in it. I did not bring my heat gun home. That might be the trick. Maybe you're supposed to heat it and stretch it. I did not do that. So if you're a wrap expert and you've done more of these, this is only my second wrap. If you've done a bunch of these and you use heat, comment below and let me know if that works, because I'd like to know, and so would some of my fellow racers. So real quick, I'll give you the rundown. I put some thoughts on paper, so I made sure to touch base with this project, as you'll call it. Again, it's Whipple'S Kustom Wraps. It was on sale. I think it was $40 plus tax and a couple dollars shipping. So really good deal. Fast shipping. The quality was great. You know, the installation, I think, takes some patience. The installation is probably an 8 out of 10. I marked it. The final product on the body is, and this isn't a cop-out, but it's a 9 out of 10. And the only reason it's a 9 out of 10 is because I just don't believe in 10 out of 10s. So it was great. It's great. Should last quite a while. So again, I like the quality. I like the adhesive was really good. The color's great. Hopefully it comes across on the camera. It's very vibrant. Packaging was great, like I said. And the layout when you unroll the wrap is really good. I mean, you got to be a moron not to figure it out. It's laid out for each body panel. So super quick again, things I didn't like, no instructions, and I'll break it down real quick for you. At the very least, it should have some bullet points with a sequence and lettered or numbered panels. And the only reason I say that is if there's a secret to this thing, I would share it with everybody. Just, you know, make it easier. A lot of us are detail oriented, so start with number 1 or letter A, however you want to do it. That would be great. It'd help out guys like me, and it just makes it easier. So I would mark on the instructions what I talked about with the lower rails. I would put that right in there as a suggestion. I wouldn't say you have to do it. Maybe in a comment suggestion, users find it easier if you do this. And again, that can be bullet points on a Word document, no big deal. So, Whipple's did everything right. I mean, the graphics are great. The color's great. The thickness, I don't know what the thickness is, but it felt really thick. Very thick with heavy adhesive, or sticky adhesive is a better way to put it. That's about it. I can't think of a whole lot. It was a pretty simple thing. It's pretty sharp. We'll see if it lasts a year or two, depending on who decides to torpedo me on the track, because I never wreck myself. You know that's a lie. But it looks great. There is one imperfection, and that is my fault on my first side body panel. Stretching this, I found it easier when you're doing the side panel to start with the front wheel well and work your way back, because there was more back here to play with. But this curve right here is tricky, and you can see I've got kind of a, I don't know if you can get that, kind of a fold in there, right there. I probably should have cut it and tried to lay it down, kind of like you do on corners or on bends. Instead, I tried to work it out, but I just couldn't get it quite where I wanted it. The other thing, now this side went a lot better for me. However, I did not nail the lineup of the stickers, which, whatever, I don't care. You might care because you're going to be following me and you'll see that maybe. But that's it, man. I mean, it's only my second wrap. I think it turned out really good. One more time, I'd use a heat gun. I'd get a heat gun if that works. And I would watch a video or talk to somebody that's put one in. Put a wrap on. Whoever's installed one, I would talk to them and find out what they've... Or contact Chris. Chris Whipple, I believe, has his information on Facebook. Whipple's Custom Wraps. Yeah, all his stuff is here. His email, his website, all that. Reach out to him. I didn't do that. I'm kind of stubborn. So if I run into him at the track, I will definitely corner him and tell him how it went and see what he thinks I did wrong. He can tell me what I did wrong. So on my next wrap, I'll make some changes. So again, Whipple's Custom Wraps. Check them out. And until the next one, keep it between the lanes.